Hello everybody, welcome back to yet another video, and well, yeah, that's one of my usual ramble videos, so it's going to be a little bit interesting, but there's one thing that I want to get straight out of the way. Holy crap, I can't believe it's actually over. Trump is finally out of the freaking White House. Now, obviously everybody's got their own views and all that, but I just want to say, congratulations America on your 46th president, as well as your first woman and black woman vice president, full stop. Hope you all have an amazing time over the next 4 years, of course, your lovely, lovely Mr. Biden. So yeah, anyway, what's going on? Well, currently we're playing Firefight in Halo 3 ODST because, you know, I switched up. I generally do some sort of firefight in the background. But yeah, we got ODST and hey, why not, right? Now this is on, I think it's on Windward. Whatever it is, it's basically Mombasa Police Department, but under a fancy name, because obviously they need a fancy name for firefight. And I will admit I do make a mistake later on, but you know. You're human, you can't help but make mistakes. Even if that means flying off a 200-story building at high speed. Wasn't my fault. Well, it was my fault, but it wasn't my fault. So yeah, that's what we got going on in the background. Anyway, it's been a hell of an interesting week, hasn't it? You know, you've seen Ryzen just absolutely destroy Intel in one fatal swoop of Ryzen 5000. RX 6000 is going to be releasing at some point soon. It's a crazy time for everybody, especially considering that. No joke, I'm recording this about an hour after the election was, you know, finally declared. It's like, I'm a little bit in shock. I will not lie. I'm probably not going to make the video too long, but yeah, we'll see where we get up to. God, finally, Trump's out of the freaking White House. I know there's many of you that's going to be sad or upset at this news, but I'm just generally glad because I think it'll be for the better. Yeah. Obviously, I'm not going to know too much about it now, but yeah. So, let me ask you what you guys do. Well, obviously, I'm asking because I want you guys to reply that lot. But you know, it's been an interesting time. It really has. Like, just damn. And Ryzen 5000 performance, Jesus, it's unbelievable. Like, I knew that it was going to be a decent-ish performance increase. What I wasn't expecting was 20 to 30%. Now, I'm not sure about all you, but I was expecting 5 to 10% year on year, rather than 20 to 30% year on year. This is a huge, you know, technical achievement by AMD over there. Like, getting such a huge performance gain even on the same node, it's craziness. It's absolute craziness, and it's something that Intel is going to struggle to catch up with. So that's actually kind of damn impressive. And I'm kind of in a bit of a pickle because on the one hand, I kind of want to get one. But on the other hand, I kind of don't want to get one, considering, you know, how expensive a new 5950X is, considering they're, what, 750 quid? About $800? They are a, politely put, very pricey piece of kit. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, you know, it's pricey for a reason, you know, it's worth a heck of a lot of money. It is a hecking ton of performance for the amount of DOS you're paying, but it's still a matter of, do you really want to pay so much money just so you can see you've got one of the fastest CPUs on the market? Well, yes, but that's not the point. Like, the point is, you know, what you're actually doing with that. Whilst I would most definitely be able to see performance increase if I, you know, if I started to use it. You know, I would definitely see a, you know, time reduction every time I do need to go in, re-encode my old footage. I would see benefits left, right, and centre. Just the thing is, it's a lot of money. I've already paid out for a 3900X, a 3950X, and now it's like, 5950X, do I do it? Do I? Don't I? You know, it's a big question, because It's one of those things where it's very much a want rather than a need, which is where my issue comes in. Because whilst, I'm sure I can say all day on how to make it so much faster, it's still a matter of, I'm trying to justify spending 800 quid on a CPU that I don't actually need. You know, which is sort of thing I'm sure probably a lot of you that are into PC gaming and PC building, a lot of them probably relate to the whole factor of, oh, I really want to upgrade, but do I really want to spend the money? Because it's one thing saying, oh yeah, I'll upgrade, I'll get this, I'll get that, it'll be brilliant. It's another thing to go ahead and look at the money in your wallet before you go ahead and hand it over, or look at the money in your bank account before you press buy. It's a tough decision when you start to realise that this actually costs money. So do you get it? Don't you get it? Why should you get it? Why shouldn't you get it? Really, it's one of those things where you just end up asking yourself ages before you finally come up with an answer of whether you will or whether you won't. Or you'll do what I often do and say, I will think about it later. And then when later comes up, it'll be, actually, I'm busy right now, I'll think about it later. The endless putting it off because you really aren't sure what you want to do. But you know, we're human. It's what happens, it's what we do, it's what we are. It's kind of annoying. Don't get me wrong, it's really annoying. I'd like to just be able to do stuff. No problem, no questions asked. Except we're not like that. We always end up asking questions of, do we need it? Do we want it? Why did I think I need this in the first place? Am I buying into the hype? Am I not buying into the hype? Am I overrating it? Am I underrating it? You end up asking so many simple questions because you really can't decide for the love nor money, and it's annoying. It's really annoying. But, you know, we do what we do. We are who we are. Yeah, and the other thing with me is I've still got other stuff to get, you know. Like, I don't just want to, get a fancy 5000 series chip because it's a 5000 series chip. I also want to get a 30 series card, a proper powerful GPU workhorse that I can use in my main machine. I also want to get a 6000 series, Radeon card because I want to be able to compare, It's not just a matter of, oh, I'll just get the quote-unquote best one. I need to show which one's the best one, for people that maybe, like me, are stuck. You can't decide, should I go Radeon, should I go RTX and GeForce? And it's a tough decision at the moment, for those of you that are having to pick one or the other. Because both of them are really compelling in their own ways. Like, if you want pure power to performance, you go AMD. But on the other hand, Nvidia's got a few tricks up its sleeve, which you can't really argue with. Say you are a content creator, okay? Which means, or better yet, say specifically you either edit photos or you edit videos, in which case you will need a hacking ton of VRAM, rather than the obvious answer, oh, I'll go Radeon. But here's the thing, Nvidia has massive acceleration thanks to CUDA, as well as other tricks that Nvidia keep up their sleeves, in which case that your only option really is being shoveled into going for a 3090, or suffer a performance hit because you can't have the features that you need in order to have, the extra stuff there for production. It's a tough decision because on the one hand, Radeon's really good, but it's really not geared towards production. Nvidia is, and it's like, but I don't want to get Nvidia because if I want to go Nvidia, well then I'm going to have to spend at least 1500 or more to get a 3090 because the 3080 and the 3070 are just terrible value for money and just don't have the VRAM that you need. And and then you start thinking, oh, what about an older card? But then the issue becomes, well, then you're getting a tremendously underpowered GPU, in which case you're probably, the performance hit that you take by going to an older card might actually be worse than the performance hit that you'd go for Radeon. And not only that, you end up with less memory to use, so it's becoming a real, what the frick are you supposed to do? Because nothing is a good option for what you want to do. God damn it, Nvidia. God damn it, AMD. So close to greatness. But you make it really awkward for people that can't decide. Also, do excuse my drink, because, you know, it's surprising that you get a bit thirsty when you're talking for several minutes straight. But you see what I mean, it's tough. You're not sure whether to go AMD, you're not sure whether you're supposed to go Radeon. It's one thing that I'm sure everyone is at least guaranteed of now, is that you shouldn't go for Intel. Oh, freaking Intel, they have, I don't feel sorry for them, because right now, if you want the fastest PC on the market, Intel is no longer an option, and that makes me smile. Not because I hate Intel, not because I love AMD, simply because it has been so long since Intel have been the definitive second choice. Yeah, not the option that's, you know, cheaper, not the option that you want to go for. It is very much your second choice for the factor of you don't have a third choice. And the fact that Intel is in that position is just, it's a hell of a weird time to be alive. Like, sure, Intel has a couple of tricks up their sleeve. They've got AVX 512 and 256, but the factor is, for the most part, those don't really matter. And, you know, it's really hard to recommend an Intel CPU to anybody right now, isn't it? Because you can't say, oh, you want the best gaming PC, go Intel. Oh, that's not true anymore. You want the best gaming PC, go AMD. You want the best production PC, go AMD. You want the best laptop in terms of just sheer power to performance, you know, as in power and watts to performance, so you got a nice long battery life and actually being able to use it, you go AMD. You want a really nice cable. AMD is sort of making it really hard to go ahead and make me say, hey, go for somebody else. Yeah, you want ridiculously good gaming performance. Should you go with Nvidia or AMD? You see the issue. It's not an easy question anymore. It's not an easy, clear-cut, definitive answer of whether AMD or Nvidia is the best choice there. It's now a matter of they're both really, really good. They both have their trade-offs, and it's impossible to realistically say which one is the better or worse choice, because neither are the better nor worse choice. It's just God damn it, AMD, stop making it difficult. We wanted competition in the marketplace, we didn't want domination. Oh, I'm kidding, don't get me wrong. Like, AMD doing this is actually a really good thing. Maybe not right now, because right now it's really tough to decide left or right, up or down, forwards or backwards. But give it a couple of years, because AMD has essentially just shot a lightning rod through the entire industry. You know, from CPUs to GPUs to integrated systems to everything. AMD has now suddenly given Intel and Nvidia the wake-up call they actually desperately needed in order to realise that they need to, you know, innovate again. They need to do their jobs. They need to be tech companies that produce tech. You know, that make advances, that make things that, you know, change people's lives, that grab people's attention, that make a difference to the larger scale. Because they've been slacking off for years because, hey, we can make money, but now they're suddenly, we can't make money because somebody else is making money by actually doing better than us. So, the ball is firmly in Nvidia and Intel's court now. The question is, what can they do with it? Like, to put it nicely, this is like putting up a NBA superstar against a couple of paraplegics in wheelchairs. Like, I'm not saying that they have got no chance of winning. What I am saying is they have got an incredibly low chance of winning, simply because the factor is they're sort of backed into a corner and there's not much they can do about it right now. It's going to be a long time before we say Intel or Intel or Nvidia make a comeback. It's going to be at least another generation, if not two. I'm just in shock, you know. The past couple of weeks, everything has just been shockers. Like, we all expected stuff to turn out a certain way, and then just bit by bit, our expectations keep on getting smashed, slashed, crashed, destroyed, and surpassed. But I guess that's just the way it is at the moment, you know. Yeah. On a different note, my God, it's gonna be Christmas soon, which means, guess what? That means 2020 is on the way out. Finally. When that is gonna be out, that's, well, we know when. It's just when. How long does it feel like it's going to be until it's out? But either way, 2020 is on its way out. Soon it'll be 2021. It'll be a brand new year. Things will be bright. Hopefully. We said this about 2020 after 2019, but I think 2020 is preferably something that won't ever be beaten again. Please. I'd rather 2020 stay the worst year in human history rather than that change, but you know. We can only wait and see. But as far as I'm concerned, 2020, you're the worst. Go die in a hole. 2021, please be our saviour that we actually need. Oh God. But yeah, I suppose I should probably start leaving it there, because I haven't got too much to say. It's been a moderately busy week, and I am actually feeling kind of like hell right now. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cap it off here. So, like the video if you like it, dislike it, any thoughts or questions, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to check out my Discord, Patreon, Twitch and Facebook page, all of which you can find in the description down below. Hit that subscribe button, notification bell for more content from me. As always, this is the 117th con, signing off. Stay safe out there, folks. I will catch you all in the next one. Until then, ta-ra, stay safe and take care. See you around, folks.